Hello, everyone. We are just getting some last-minute stuff set up, and we will be ready to get going. All right.
Looks like both races are ready.
Yep. Gonna give them a countdown.
Yep. So while we're waiting for the stream lag to catch up, looks like there are a couple of early goals here. We have Kill an Aluba, which you could do from Green Path if you have, I believe, Vengeful Spirit or Ismus Tear or some weirder combination of things. Vent Flicking and Massive Moss Charger is a goal that's entirely within Green Path, but you do need either a Shade Skip or some movement to get over to a Massive Moss Charger. Interestingly, kill two different Delubas is also on the board, which is a bit longer since it requires killing Trader Lord as well.
Yeah, we get some late checks there, like the. Actually, no, that's Interact with Mushroom. That is not the other one. That is. That's the one you need the 3 Dreamers for. So depending on how early we get some Dreamers.
Looks like Chuck. Okay. Unclear why Choco paused there, but looks like the streamers are getting started. Give Flower to Elderbug is a pretty quality goal. I'm not actually sure what the racers agreed to with respect to whether they're allowed to use Bench Warp to make Flower Quest easier, and giving Flower to Elderbug easier, of course.
Yep.
Obtain 5 Wanderer's Journals is also on this board, so we'll have to pay attention to that, see how many are in shops, how many they pick up along the way.
Moss Charger could be an early goal, depending on if we get Ismas or not.
So we see here Pisces taking advantage of the trick where you head outside of King's Pass first, and then go down for Fury. And if you do that, it'll actually save outside King's Pass as your warp location for Bench Warp. So it saves a bit of time. Not that much, but still significant when the early game is all about like getting to a few checks that you know that you're going to get to. Like how fast you can get to those.
Absolutely. I mean, checking shops in the beginning of this game could be the difference. I mean, you saw on the race last night, there was a goal in the shop, and then the Blue Lake Coco. So.
Oh, this is pretty big. Mantis Claw at Zelda.
Yep.
Opens up a lot of things.
Choco doesn't know that you don't actually need to stop at that bench. It just comes with
just
running it.
Going down the well does give you that bench automatically for Bench Warp. Unbreakable Heart for Pisces. I don't think that's on the board, but still a nice charm to have. Looks like Pisces is going to skip Grubs.
With having the claw, it's probably a good choice because he can get around to everything else here. Like, he doesn't need to find a cloak to get to Salubra. He doesn't need to find something that he can get up easily into. We see Choco going back. Is he going to check Grubs?
Oh, Choco might be going to
Moloch.
Moloch is in logic with any one non-dive spell, which they do have with Wraiths from Fury. Pisces checking the mask shard in logic because of Claw. So some pretty divergent paths already. Tends to happen when you get such a good movement item like Claw early.
The only problem with getting Claw early is the divergence after you leave Crossroads.
Nothing at Crossroads Stag. Looks like Pisces is going down to shops first instead of False Knight. Makes sense, there's a lot of checks in shops.
Oh,
Resting
Choco
ground
getting
stag
the
from
resting ground stag right off the
That's
bat.
pretty good. Unfortunately, they don't have dive yet, so you can't actually get to right side city from resting grounds.
Nope, but right away he can
Lift
do the
up the
3
stag.
checks. He can do
Yeah.
the Dream Nail, the Dream Wielder, and the resting ground stag check. Plus, he'll know what he needs for Essence at that point. Like if dive is locked behind Essence.
So it looks like nothing much behind Salubra. Unbreakable Strength is a nice charm to have for increased DPS, but not a goal on the board.
Pisces going to immediately check the shops before continuing on.
Sly has some Geo and another Wanderer's Journal. I think we've seen one at Zelda
Yep, I believe
and
so.
one at Sly now. So if they find 3 more, they could just buy those 2 and have an easy goal. Surprised none of them are going for one of the available goals they could get to right now. I believe with Claw you can get into Fungal. I might be wrong. And from there you could do the both Lore Tablets and Mantis Village. And you could also go over into Green Path and get Massive Moss Charger and Vengefly King.
I believe the only way that they can get into Green Path is Howling Cliffs. Don't die, Jocko.
I mean, you can get there from just going into Fungal and then going down from there into Queen Station and then going through Queen Station to Fog Canyon into Green Path. It is a longer trip, I guess.
Alright, so Choco finishing off. Gresma, they're checking the shops. I'm sure he'll do the same thing that Pisces did, where we see that there's not much there. He's going to keep his eye on that Unbreakable Strength. He wants it. He wants it bad.
Yeah, Unbreakable Strength is a weird charm. Like, most of your damage usually comes from spells, but sometimes you can have a run where you just don't find any good spells, like you don't find any level 2 spells, for example, and then you might want Unbreakable Strength for the increased nail damage. Oh, and Grimchild at False Knight, so that opens up 1 check immediately at the Grim Tent, and another if you're willing to go fight Grim, which is maybe a big ask right now.
Routing grubs into checks because he has no idea what is there right now. Arcane Egg. So we get even more money once we have access to Lem.
2 eggs in Ancestral Mound of different types.
One good egg, one bad egg.
Hey, rancid eggs are the most important item in the game.
Rancid eggs are the most important item in the game on a Steel Soul. They are your
Looks
money
like
maker.
Pisces is checking Grimchild. I assume he's not going to go fight Grim, but who knows? Oh, dive. That's really
There's
nice.
the dive.
So, as we all know, now if they find a simple key, Fluke Marmon's in Logic.
You don't get to say that. We don't get to have our third fluke seed of this tournament so far.
It's okay. They already have Claw. It can't possibly be a Fluke seed. Okay. Nice. Pisces makes the skip into Fungal. I think this is technically still in Logic because you can get here from going down into cliffs, or going down into Green Path from cliffs, and then going from Green Path into Queen Station into Fungal. But this is just a faster way to get to Fungal directly.
I can imagine that once Choco gets his Grimchild, he's going to be going straight for Resting Grounds.
Yeah.
Especially because he's going to have a dive.
Yeah, Crypts is a very dense area in Resting Grounds if you have the dive to access it. And it also gives you city access.
Yep, right side
Right-side
city
cities.
access and
Yeah.
Kingdom's Edge.
Interesting. Pisces seems to be a bit indecisive here, going towards Queen Station first, but I imagine now he's heading towards the Mantis Village lower tablets.
Yep.
To mark the first goal of the game, perhaps? I actually think it may have been better to go towards Green Path because you also get the Overgrown Mound goal because you do have Claw and to access that.
Yep.
In addition to Vengefly King and Massive Moss Charger, but this way is still one goal.
We do not see him checking dive. Getting dive. And the Grimchild.
I believe that's the first simple key for Pisces. You need 2 simple keys in order to open Juju's Hut, and 1 simple key opens Waterways, which gives access to Talk to Talk, and also Dung Defender signed before Isma's Grove if you find Crystal Dash.
Going for the Dream Nail check, and see Pisces gonna finish that Lore Tablet goal in a minute.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with Chaka's play here. The Dream Nail check is a very long cutscene that you can't skip. And there are a bunch of goals that both racers have access to right now. So with Claw already, there's not that much you need to look for to get to, like, you need one instance of horizontal movement, and basically the whole map opens up to you. And Claw already gives you most of the map. So I would just be doing goals here, but
That would have paid off if it was a cloak.
Fair.
So you take that risk.
Yeah. But like, you can also do checks on the way to the goals. Like, you can do checks on the way to either like Mantis Village or Massive Moss Charger, Vengefly King, and I think those might even be denser than Rusting Grounds without dive. So Pisces marks the first goal here. Lower Tablets in Mantis Village. Where is he going now?
I
Is
believe
he
he's
going to
go for
Peaks?
the dive. Yep, and there's the immediate crypt play.
Again, I'm not quite sure I agree with Pisces here. He does have access to Green Path through Queen Station or through Howling Cliffs, and there's like 2 goals he can get. One from Vengefly King, Massive Moss Charger, and one from Overgrown Mound on the way to Green Path through Queen Station.
Getting a love key, which is out of logic just for the moment, because you technically should have a dash or wings to do that check.
Yeah.
But with the claw, he can take advantage of that. This being only a mini super junk pit, there is only 1 check behind the love key. Whereas in a regular junk pit, there's 4. So not the best play this early on, especially with how much damage the Collector would take.
Yeah, Collector is one of the worst checks in the game, I think, being behind an annoying boss for only 1 check. But in Super Junk Pit, that is actually fairly decent for getting 4 checks.
Oh, Collector map. There we go. I'm gonna see
that is on the board. Are we gonna see Choco mark it? Not so far. Maybe he forgot.
He has a tendency to not pay attention to his board, which is going to be the death of him.
Oh no.
Come on, Choco, look at your board.
Looks like Choco's heading up to the arena above King Station. Kind of annoying, but at least he does have 2 spells, which should be enough to get him through it.
And they are probably the spells you want.
Yeah, dive to take care of the guys on the ground, race to kill the guys in the air.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Pisces is fighting Crystal Guardian. I feel like I'm still missing something here. Still unsure why neither of them are going to Green Path.
It's an interesting play. Choco finally remembering that he has the Vango board to pay attention to.
Okay, so it looks like Pisces is heading at least towards Queen Station and Green Path now.
glowing room. And King's brand.
Is this an Abyss seed? Maybe they'll find Dash in Abyss. That would be great. Neither racer has found horizontal movement yet, which is surprising given how early they found Claw. I don't think you can do this with just Claw. Maybe you can skip. Oh, interesting. I am proven wrong. Pisces is very good at that air skull.
And profiting from that with a square. And there we go.
Ooh, Dash above King Station. That is big. That both opens up even more of the map for Choco, and also gives just increased movement speed, which is big. Oh, Isma's tier for Pisces. I think that was on the board?
Yep.
I might be wrong. Yep. So Pisces in the lead right now in goals by a bit, but Choco is in the lead movement-wise.
Yeah, we'll see if he can capitalize on that movement.
We might not see Pisces check Moloch for a long time, so we might not see Pisces get right side access or dash for some time either.
Now with the simple key, we do have access to Tuck if Choco decides to go into the sewers.
I didn't think you could do this without horizontal, but air stalls might prove me wrong again. Seems like Pisces is not going to try a second time, though. Looks like Pisces is skipping right past Overgrown Mound and the aptly named Autopilot Relic right before it, because you autopilot right past it, as Pisces did right there.
Both racers, completely opposite directions, but keeping up with each other in terms of goals.
Yeah, but unless Pisces finds Dash soon, Choco will inevitably get a lead from just the increased movement speed and flexibility that Dash provides.
There's two things going on right now. I am, correct in my assumption that Choco is going to upgrade his nail, and then we'll probably check the relic in the rafters on the way back over.
Does Choco have Pale Ore? Nail 2 is on the board, but you need a Pale Ore to get that one. I didn't actually cache whether he picked one up.
I don't believe he has a pale ore.
Interesting. With access to Lem, I would imagine it's more efficient to go south of Lem, buy a Pale Ore somewhere, because I'm sure there was one in shops, and then come back to get both nail upgrades at the same time. So both runners are playing on easy difficulty, which means not very many. Most of the hard skips requiring pogos or air stalls, some of which we've seen from Pisces, are not required. But on difficulties harder than easy, like hard, for example, you upgrading your nail can actually be a downside because it means you have less room to work with when pogoing on enemies, which can lock you out of doing certain skips. But if you weren't planning on doing those skips anyways, it's just upside. Still wondering whether Pisces will ever remember that overgrown mound goal and go back for that. Looks like Choco might be heading up to Soulmaster. That is a goal.
And that is a mantis chest.
City Storm Stag. So Pisces could theoretically also go towards Soulmaster and possibly snipe the goal, but unlikely given Choco has dash.
And a higher nail.
Oh yeah, of course. For now, it looks like Pisces is heading towards Vengefly King for that Vengefly King massive boss treasure goal, which makes sense.
Cyclone Flash.
I think that's
One
the
of
first
3
nail
nail
art we
arts.
see.
Yep.
If you get all 3, you can go check Nail Master's Glory under Sly's house, which is one of the most obscure checks, since it requires you to find 3 of 3 nail arts first.
Pisces picking up the Tram Pass, which we don't have anything on the board depending on the Tram Pass.
We have 8 map pins from Zelda, which
We
requires
do.
both Tram Pass and Dream Nail.
We do. There it is in the middle, right in the middle.
Yeah. Looks like Pisces is taking a detour to say storerooms. He might also go all the way towards Soul Sanctum, in which case he might get sniped a bit on Soulmaster by Choco, but Monarch Wings, that's pretty big. Not quite the same as Dash, but it does also give you some horizontal options in some cases. There's also some checks like Willow's Meal that require Monarch Wings to get to.
Yep.
Yeah, Choco never continued up to say Storms, instead opting to go straight for Soulmaster. But I imagine he'll eventually get to it.
Yep.
Lurian. That's on the
Lurian,
board.
which is a goal on the board.
Wow, Say Storms turned out to be stacked. Pisces now heading up to Cliffs. So
Interesting that he's leaving behind. Because he has Ismas, he does have a chance to kill an Aluba.
Yeah. It's also leaving behind Vengefly King, though I guess he can go to Vengefly King from Cliffside.
We do have a Boulder Killer in Dive.
You don't need a boulder killer even to get back to Green Path from cliffs.
No, indeed, but just to finish off that area.
Yeah. Is Stagnest on here?
Yes,
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
Stagnest is on here, so I guess he might be going for the Stagnest Vessel Fragment, which actually does make sense if he just got wings. That might be a goal that like he wants to lock in now. Whereas like Chaga has made no indication that he's been heading to Green Path. Yeah, to get to Stagnest, you can do one of two things. Either do the skip you just saw Pisces do, or get all of the stags and ride the stag to Stagnest. The latter is very annoying, and Stagnest Vessel Fragment is usually just a wings check. Dashmaster. One of the best charms for going fast, given, of course, that you already have dash, which Pisces does not.
Let's see. Picking up a Wanderer's Journal. Is that the first one we've seen him pick up?
Think so? I don't recall seeing more. Looks like Pisces is heading back to Fungal.
Going?
I would have expected him to check.
I'm assuming he's going to Moss Charger. Or Moss Prophet.
Oh, right. Yeah, that would be this way.
Not the way that I would go, especially considering that Overgrown Mound is on the board. I would go in to Queen's Gardens and go that way.
To be fair, Pisces does have like a lot of options here, and Moss Prophet is just one of the many goals that he can pretty easily mark here.
Have we seen Grubs yet?
I don't think we have. I think both racers skipped that. King Station Stag, unfortunately
and
not
Dream
useful.
now.
Choco. Yeah, that's pretty big. With what I forget who found Trampas. Was it
Pisces
Choco
has access
Pisces?
to buy.
Yeah,
the
so
pins now.
Pisces could go buy the pins right now, but probably going to go bow to Moss Prophet first. Dream Now also opens up Enter Godhome as a goal, and and the two Dreamers checks. Choco now finds wings, so Choco basically has full movement now, other than, I guess, Tear and Crystal Dash.
And we do need a Crystal Dash to kill our favorite NPC.
You mean to be evil?
Indeed.
Pisces bullying Hornet here with all sorts of spells. I think Choco is about to find out that he is following in Pisces' footsteps here, getting that Lurian. Green Path Stag at Hornet. How useful.
Not far from home.
Progress toward that Stag Nest. Pisces already checked.
Oh, we're gonna see a flower check.
Maybe Choco is considering giving the flower to Elderbug now.
Yep.
For saving this grub, though? Neither of them has checked grubs yet, but both of them have a few grubs, just in case. And there's the Aluba kill.
Didn't continue on earlier, despite having Claw.
Yeah. But he is getting those two checks now, which are a duplicate Claw. Yeah, they're playing with dupes on, which means all of the important movement items and dreamers and light fragments and such are duplicated, so that there's one extra just to make things go faster. King Station stag for Pisces, so that's finally right side access, since he never found the resting ground stag at Moloch, I believe it was. Does look like Choco is getting the flower to Elderbug.
Unfortunately, Flowercrest being made a little bit harder with that Lurian pickup.
Yeah. Now Choco has infection to deal with in the crossroads. Still unclear why Pisces has not yet gone to kill Vengefly King or Overgrown Mound. Choco is checking Progression Egg, so named because it is often progression, but not this time. Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with Pisces' play here. You must know that Choco has been in Left Side City, given Choco marked both Talk to Tuck and Soulmaster. And he could instead be going and doing 2 goals. Maybe he just forgot about Vengefly King and also Overgrown Mound.
Has he gotten a pale ore?
I don't actually know about that. Maybe. Well, he does seem to be warping back to Greenpath, so hopefully that's what we'll see from him now. Choco continuing his very careful journey through the infected crossroads.
Very careful walk.
And we see Vengefly King down, so that's another goal for Pisces. Currently 7-3. About to be 4, as long as Choco does not mess this delivery up. Looks like Pisces is getting that nail too. Something that Choco could have gotten much earlier if he had gone and bought Pale Ore. And Choco makes it.
Let's see if he knows that he has to go into a building. He does not seem to know this.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, Choco!
Is he gonna fight Grim? Does he think he has to fight Grim to give Elderbug the flower? Oh no.
Oh
Choco,
no.
no. Hopefully he just exits here.
No, don't do this.
So we see here the one allowed use of deploy that you're allowed to do. Grimchild has a chance of not spawning when you go into the Grim tent, and if you fight Grim without Grimchild spawning, or try to fight Grim without Grimchild spawning, you'll get hard locked by Grim doing the animation to absorb Grimchild, but failing to find Grimchild.
Is he gonna warp out? Nope! He's gonna fight him with the flower! Oh no!
I will be truly impressed if he makes this.
Oh no. Ah.
At least he does get one check for this.
That's just unfortunate. Just not knowing little nuances.
Looks like Pisces is finally going to find Dash, which will probably put him much ahead with Choco stuck fighting Grim. Are we finally going to see Overgrown Man? Oh no!
No.
Rip the flower. It looks like Choco has given up.
Yep. Oh.
Nice. Pisces is finally marking that goal that I've been mentioning this whole time. Looks like he is going to continue to do the one check in Overrun Mound.
We still have not seen a second key for GG.
I think the two racers found different keys, so I think technically we have. Just not that the racers know. Yeah, I don't think you can reach that lever with Cyclone Slash. Dash
Nope.
Slash surely does it, but Cyclone Slash itself is not enough. Okay, so now I believe Pisces has... Oh, Pisces can still go buy 8 map pins from Zelda. I wonder if you'll ever remember that. I don't think he has enough money right now, but
No, he does not.
I think it's something like 1,000-ish Geo for all 8. Oh, he might be going to Basin or Waterways or farming Geo. Unclear. Oh, he might be getting some soul for some more
I wonder if
fireball
he's gonna try to
skips.
skip into the waterways.
It does look like he's doing that.
Yep.
Lots of air stall skipping from Pisces this race. This one is fairly hard. Well, we see Grim down from Choco. Oof, that was the wrong spell to use there, unfortunately. Rip. The wing sentry killed itself rather than give Pisces some soul. It's gotta feel bad. Oh, Journey's blessing for Choco. Unfortunately, not useful.
And unfortunately, his flower is ruined. Now Elderbug is in his proper position.
Pisces might be going to visit the Tower of Love here. That
Yep.
is another goal.
I believe that's where he's going, especially with acid. It'll be a quick trip.
Still haven't seen that many Wanderer's Journals from either racer. Usually it's pretty easy to find 5 of them, but they don't seem to be around this race. Oh, and I just noticed Hive Knight's also on the board, which is also you also need Tram Pass for that. I doubt Pisces will continue to Collector, even though he does have the Love Key.
He's unlocking it just to be on the safe side if he has to come back.
It's not looking very good for Choco. Currently 10-3.
Wayward Compass, clearly the best charm in the game. Are we gonna see a fluke?
Maybe.
I mean, that's the only thing he can do over here. Because he does not have the Dream Drill yet, so he cannot enter Godhome.
He also can't get the God Tuner with no additional simple keys.
Yep.
Does look like he's prepping for Fluke Marm. Maybe this will be a Fluke Marm seed after all. Fortunately, Howling Wraiths does make Fluke Marm much easier than just having Descending Dark.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, nothing good.
Pisces going to count to 8.
Yep. It's a lot of scrolling, but it's definitely worth it for the goal.
Choco looks like he's going to at least unlock the possibility.
I mean, there's not much point in continuing down here if you don't have Dream Nail, right? Like, you don't really unlock anything. I guess you could unlock the shortcut to Nailsmith, but that's not even that much faster than just going from the Waterways bunch. Maybe he forgets that you need Dream Nail, or he forgets that he doesn't have Dream Nail. But it looks like Pisces is also heading there to enter Godhome. And since he has Dream Nail, he will actually be able to enter Godhome. Pisces is not going to fight Fluke Marm. Perhaps a wise decision, though he does have Nail too. I imagine this race is just pretty much over now. Pisces has 12 goals to Choco's 3, also has Tram Pass, while Choco doesn't, which gives access to the Hive Knight goal. Though Choco does find Crystal Heart, which does let him go kill Myla. And also read the Dung Defender sign easier.
Yep.
But very hard to come back when your opponent's already at 12.
Let's see, what are we gonna get from Pisces for our last check?
Looks like he's heading back up to Resting Grounds, perhaps? I don't think we ever saw an Essence check from either of them, since Pisces has never been to Resting Grounds, and Choco skipped it.
We saw one from
Right?
Choco.
Oh, we did? Okay.
It was an Isthmus tier at High Essence.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Pisces could be going right now to Hive Knight to get that last goal, but I don't blame him for not wanting to go to the Hive.
Nope.
Though, have you seen Hive Blood? Hive Blood does make the Hive much more bearable because the enemies don't attack you.
We see Choco going for the reading the tablet goal, knowing he has C-dash.
Choco, unfortunately... Okay, he is going the right way now. He's hanging up to Dung Defender first, which you don't actually need to kill to just read the sign, even without tier. Pisces finally equipping Dash Master. Not checking the stag. Interesting. Oh, he might be delivering the flower to Elderbug. I forgot that Choco never actually did that because he thought he had to do Grim.
Yep.
Though Pisces will face the same dilemma of needing to remember to enter a building.
It's one of those things that you don't learn unless you've gotten stuck doing it and going, okay, come on, why is this not working?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Choco realizes that he can kill Myla.
Pisces does have Tram Pass, which makes this a shorter trip by a bit, since riding the tram does not destroy the flower. Still has to deal with the infected crossroads, though. Abyss Shriek for Choco.
Abyss Shriek.
A good spell, but unfortunately not very relevant for goals.
And Mila is down.
Choco is evil. Why would you kill such an innocent being? Oh no!
Oh no!
Pisces tries to kite the Vengefly to get around it, but ends up taking damage instead. Still probably better than going through the hive.
Yeah. Why? How many times on your playthrough did your flower get destroyed?
I think on my playthrough of my casual playthrough of the game, I just did the coward's way of delivering the flower, of like going backwards, clearing every single enemy, and then delivering the flower through a mostly empty map. But I still managed to destroy it once by hitting the thorns at the last part.
So
Choco doing the dark room.
One of the times that I was delivering the flower, I never actually picked up the flower.
Oh,
so I made
horrible.
it all the way, which is when I discovered that as long as you didn't sit on a bench, the enemies didn't reset.
I see.
Choco attempting one of the longer dark rooms?
It's one of the... It's not that bad, since there... At least not as bad as Deep Nest, since there certainly are fewer enemies than the large Deep Nest dark room. But it still is a bit of a challenge. I've heard there's setups you can do with Crystal Dash that make it easier.
Yeah, and he does have C-Dash, so all he has to do is just C-Dash every single time, and he can get through this room.
Looks like he makes it through. Not quite sure why he wants to do the dark room.
So we can get
Maybe
over
just the
here.
checks and crystallized mound?
Hoping for a key or a stag. Just to get another square.
There have to be more efficient checks than this one, right? This is just one check and a grub, I guess, but still neither of the racers have checked grubs. Oh, it's a Wanderer's Journal. I'm not sure how many. Looks like he has 3, so he could buy 2 from shops, if I remember correctly. Did Pisces not deliver? Oh, right.
He's resetting the screen.
Yeah. And looks to be game. GG.
Right.
Okay. Let's invite the racers for some post-game interviewing. Hello, Pisces.
Hi, Pisces.
How's it going?
how's the race? That was a very early claw.
You can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just Claw instantly, Zelda. I don't know. Claw first seeds, a lot of people don't like them. But, I don't know. I think they're kind of fun. You can do a lot of random, like, fireball skips with them.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that from you.
I tried to show off a couple of them. I don't know. I like Wraiths, and I like early Claw, so I liked this seed. I
certainly learned about some air stall skips you could do that I was not aware of.
Yeah, what shoutouts to Palm for one of them. You know which one.
Is it the relic in Fungal?
Yeah. As soon as I got wings, I just looked and was like, I can get basically every goal on the board. So I just stopped doing checks entirely.
So
and dash.
So were you aware of Vengefly King, Massive Moss Charger, and Overgrown Mounds like at the beginning? Because I kept calling you out for not going for those easy early goals.
I purposefully left those, and like I left Kill and Aluba for a little bit because I knew that that he was in City and Waterways, so it would take him so long to get even remotely close to those. So I figured I may as well use the time when he can't even get those goals to like do other checks, do other things.
Okay, that's fair. Though if a bit risky, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I knew I had some time. Lurian was just pure luck.
So, Choco actually got there ahead of you, but he didn't continue on into city storerooms.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I wasn't, like, I guess, I knew he at the very least probably went, like, right side City and Waterways. But I was figuring, I got the stag, I may as well check storerooms, because it's pretty dense. How did Choco get to City? Was it King Station stag?
No, it was Resting Ground stag at Moloch, if I recall correctly.
Oh, dang. I was just really hoping that progression was not Grim, because we had 2 spells.
Oh, so Choco was very unfortunate. He made it to Elderbug with a flower, first try, but then Elderbug was staring at the Grim tent, and he didn't know to reset the room, and thought that he had to fight Grim, so he went to fight Grim, and unfortunately the flower got destroyed in that fight.
Oh no, that's awful. That's really sad. I missed the one spike tunnel skips pretty hard to get to Isma's Grove. I tried hitting that, and then I ran out of soul and attempted to get it from the flying dude who just suicided on the spikes. I was pretty pissed about that.
Yeah, we commented on that. We're like, he suicided instead of giving you his soul.
Yeah, I was so mad about that. Well, it was also because I just decided to dive into the spikes instead of Shriek, which was a great decision. Yeah, I'm curious the route Choco took then.
Hey, Choco! Sorry it took so long to get you here.
It is what it is.
Hello.
So, did you know that you can just walk into a building and walk out to get Elderbug back in the proper place instead of fighting Grim?
I did not know that. So, I did the only thing I thought I could do, which was to get Elderbug to go back to his spot, was to kill Grim. So, when I failed, when I dropped the flower quest, I just stopped caring at that exact moment.
That was unfortunate.
Like, you could see it because I took like 4 hits in a row from him. I like just stopped playing.
Yeah.
Pisces, if you're still playing, people are interested to know what's at Grubs.
Oh yeah,
neither of you checked Grubs.
I was collecting grubs along the way. I was gonna check grubs.
Same here. I was going to too, but I wasn't.
Nobody checked Grubs. Like you
ended up with 5.
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now.
You went back from Moloch, and I was like, "Oh, maybe he's going to check Grubs." And then you went to Moloch, and I'm just like, we gotta get a grub check this seed at all.
1 second. I'm doing it right now. Give me a second.
Well, turns out they were fine without grubs. Like they found basically all the movement. I think they found all
Yeah,
movement.
Grubs was nothing.
But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's anything from what I'm looking at here. Yeah, it was like money. It was money and a charm notch.
Oh.
Well, nothing important missed then.
I do find that funny though that neither of us checked grubs.
I mean, with
Yeah.
such an early claw, you could spend your time doing so many things rather than checking grubs.
Where was
Yeah,
C-Dash, by the way?
Who was what?
C-Dash.
The egg in the sewers on the west side.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I was never gonna get over there. I only went into Waterways for God Home.
I set up for God Home, but I was still trying to find a dream nail.
Yeah, I forget where I found. That's the thing that I thought was keeping you from that goal, was Dream Nail, because I found it in kind of a weird spot.
If I didn't lose the wind in my sails after the drop of the flower quest, I think I could have done a lot more. But
I mean, I think so too. Like, knowing that that's like what a lot of your time was spent on, that sucks.
So for future races, if Elderbug is on the left side of the tent, you just need to enter a building or reset the screen, and Elderbug will zip back to the right side when you come back on screen.
Interesting.
Dream Nail.
Dream
Dream Nail was at
See,
Force.
I thought he would have reset already because I had already passed by him once to do the check for Grim
You
the
just have
first
to
time.
chat with him once while he's in his shocked mode.
Well, chalk it up to that situation never comes up normally.
Yeah, it only comes up if you like want to give Elderbug the flower, which is not something that does anything in the base game other than, you know, give Elderbug the flower.
I'm very surprised for how long that Venge Viking massive boss treasure goal went unmarked. Still, and
I had a
same
good
for
reason
everyone
for
else.
it.
I didn't touch Green Path the whole time, so...
Did you go fungal either?
No, I actually took the stag to Resting Grounds, and then ended up getting a dive, and I went straight for City.
Found dive. Wait. You found dive by Resting Grounds?
I don't know exactly where I found it.
No, you went back.
also got it.
You got the
What?
Grimchild and then you went back for the crypt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Grimchild was dive. That's right.
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna
I
pick it
grabbed.
up. I got it too somehow.
So I went, like I said, I went straight for Crypt and into City because my eye was on that Soul Master objective.
Yeah, and Tuck you got immediately.
Yeah, I already had a key, so it was just like I could grab him on the way.
You were
Yeah, my path was entirely different. I got dive and then decided to go to fungal, where I found Ismos, and then up into green path. So left
See,
side.
I kept telling myself I kept telling myself you went Green Path Fungal. There's no way you didn't, and
You were right.
I was like everywhere I went, I just like, you know, I could go follow him, or I could continue to be a rebel.
I mean, I think you made the right play. We like played off each other because I said, "Oh, he's in city. Like, I can just do everything here and take my time."
Yeah.
Okay.
But then, like, once I
good
got
game.
the flower quest, you went crazy, and I was just like, yeah, there's no coming back.
Yeah, I got storeroom stag and then found wings there.
Yeah, I ended up finding that too. Same place, same wings. I actually, I said to myself as I grabbed the wings, I was like, okay, let me just go do the vessel fragment. And I saw Lori in there, and I picked it up, and I was like, oh, he's been here.
I don't know how much sooner it was because you were in city way before me, but I was informed you didn't continue to storerooms until a bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Choco got wings like maybe 5-10ish minutes after you. Maybe it was less. I don't know. I think it was after you had already marked the stagnant vessel fragment.
Yeah, it was after that because I had commented that he had found wings, and I was contemplating searching Green Path for the wings that he probably found. But then I ended up finding it in city storerooms. And so I assumed this was the duplicate wings. That's what I did at first. I was like, oh, dupe wings. Okay, cool. The other one's got to be in Green Path. And then I found Lorian, and I was like, nah, Pisces was in this exact room.
All right, well,
But yeah,
good game.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, GG's to both of you.
I believe there's another race today in 2.5 hours. It's on the same
Underline
channel.
versus Dow.
Dow TMB. I don't know
Yeah.
how else to pronounce that. A different Ash will be commentating, along with Paul.
Absolutely, Ash. Oh, did
Yep,
did
she changed
Ash
her name.
change her name?
Yep.
From Ash TV to Absolutely Ash. So is this gonna become a war? Is like, are you changing your name to Definitely Ash just to like one up? Is this gonna be a thing?
I'm Ash the Smurf, but I will always be Ash the Smurf.
Oh, Pisces, I'm curious. I saw you attempt the Queen Station Thorns with just Claw and Air Stall. Is that possible?
I think it's possible with Fireball. I don't think it's possible with Wraiths, unfortunately. I was trying to... I think I've tried it before and failed that time too. I think it might be Fireball only, but I'll try again.
We're on dead air, people.
I just...
Are we done?
What
Are we gonna
Yeah,
sign
I
off
think
here?
we are
Like,
done.
All
Yep.
right, let's get a sign off going. Let's
Oh,
GG.
actually, it's pretty close, but yeah,
Oh,
GG.
the stream is very much lagging behind.
It's fine.
But yeah, GG. I'll see you at 6. Or at least, I guess I won't be commentating then, but I will be watching.
I'll be in chat, so see everybody then.
So, yeah.
peace.